is the pressure so big? Wow. Hey guys, I should probably move away from. Probably should not have turned on the mic, but just letting you guys know before I get started on the stream, I'm gonna eat this Japanese ube cake, so I have something in my stomach. It's not bad. It's really dense and so dry, but excuse me, that's because it's packaged. It's like eating a solid Twinkie with no cream in the middle. It is something else. Why'd I decide to eat this and have no water? All I have is Dr. Pepper to quench my thirst. Yeah, it's actually not bad. I really hope you guys can't hear that. Oh, alright. I'm gonna... Little disclaimer, not a disclaimer, but, apologies in advance if you hear me sniffling and snuffing and swallowing really loudly. I'm still getting over a cold that I had last week, because I was going to stream and do all this crap last week when it would have been my actual birthday, but I caught a bug and I was down for the count all week. Didn't get really anything done, so, and I'm still snuffling because then I got sick, and then my family got sick, and it's summer, so we all had the fans on, which did not help our nasal passages by having them on all the time. And I can't sleep without a fan. I mean, I live in the north, but north air quotes, but my god, I can't sleep without a fan or some sort of background noise because my tinnitus is so... It's a lot for me. So this stream, what we're going to be doing for my birthday, late birthday, but whatever, is we're going to be revisiting a bunch of my old personas. Not fan OCs, because they're different. Kind of like self-inserts, whatevers. And give them a little touch-up. A little redez. Now, I'm doing Mudsplash first because she's the easiest, really. All I'm doing is just drawing her in my comic style. That way I can at least have her as a background character or something. Or like if I ever decided to do a Warriors-centric post, like a Warriors video, where I just talk about Warriors and cat stuff, I could like do like a little, let me slip into something a little more comfortable. Alright, it's a... Woo! Ever since that one stream where my mic wasn't even on for like the first 10 minutes, I'm so paranoid that I haven't even turned it on yet. Anyway. Also, it doesn't help, I just finished drinking a Monster. The Ultra Strawberry. I think it's a new flavor. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't bad. I don't really prefer strawberry flavored soda. I was talking with my mom. I said, I don't like fruit flavored soda. Like, Fanta is disgusting to me. I know a lot of people, they'll probably get me burned at the stake for even suggesting that Fanta might not be as good as people think it is. That looks sus. So we'll just do that. Or something. Okay, that's better. What the fuck was that? Oh yeah. I don't like fruit flavored sodas except cherry. Which is funny because I hate cherry candy. Like, cherry flavored anything. And it's mostly because of the cough syrup. I hate cherry cough syrup or cherry cough drops. I always prefer the strawberry. And I like strawberry candies, just not soda. I don't know what it is, man. God, that ube really fucked up my throat. Really dry now. So yeah, that strawberry Monster was alright, but it wasn't great either. Especially since, Monster already made a pineapple flavored drink, and that was 1,000 times better, in my opinion. I don't know. What's your Monster opinions? I think their watermelon flavor, so good. But not. It has to be the watermelon flavor from the red and green can. Because if it's from the red and black can, that tasted nasty. Well, okay, it wasn't nasty, but it was very meh, very mid. I'm just gonna put black around the eyes since... At first, this is my Warriors OC Mudsplash. And at first, I had her species as like an exotic short hair mix. But that was because I saw a picture of these cats. And I thought this was an exotic short hair mix. But when I looked it up, it was like, it wasn't right. But it's actually a British short hair. Which I really like this breed. I know next to nothing about them, but all I know is that they're very pretty. And very photogenic. I mean, look at that eyeliner. That is perfect eyeliner. And no hate to American short hairs either. I love American short hairs too. It's just their face is all different. And it just, I don't know. The face is different. I mean, look at this eyeliner. I could never. That, and I'm a goth chick, so I would never. Yeah, let's splash. There we go. God dang that lag. That and I was a while ago, because it wasn't recently at all. We have not talked in a while. I was talking with my buddy Yestimer, and they suggested I redesign Mudsplash because they drew some art of Mudsplash a while ago, and they're like, "You haven't." It's like, you should draw them again and like fix their design a little bit. And I'm just, you know what? Yeah. I was like, "Hey, you know what? You're absolutely right." So I'm drawing them in my comic style. I'm still gonna give her round eyes. Because since she's a self-insert, not an OC, that doesn't stop me from adding some background to her character. Like, the lore of Mudsplash. God, she's so cute. So, the lore of Mudsplash is that she was a former kitty pet. Oh, I forgot the star. Okay. I'll change it because my star is different. And... Should I keep... Hold up. Where's her old ref? Here it is. This is her old ref. And these are all her stars are based off of stars I actually have. So I'm wondering if I'm keeping the rooster one because that's like the core memory for me. But I'm wondering, because my hand injury, that was just, at the time because I was actually bitten by a cat, one of our cats, and that screwed me up for like a month. But, I'm fine now. Like, I can move my knuckles, I have full mobility, I didn't lose anything, it's just, I still have the stars. And I was like, yeah, that was the first time I was bitten by a cat, and I could not, it was so painful, because she got me, like, right on the knuckles, and it was so painful, I couldn't, like, fully move, I couldn't even move my arm without hurting my hand in some way, because, everything's connected, especially since she got me on the frickin' knuckles, which are connected to the wrists, which are connected to the radiators, which are connected to the elbow, everything's connected in the human body, so when you injure one thing, they all kind of go gook. So anyway, at the time, it was very, oof, but I mean, I'm fine now. However, I did step on a rusty nail. My back, left foot, wow. My right foot has always given me trouble. I think it gave me trouble a little bit before I stepped on the nail, but since I did, it didn't go all the way through, like depicted here, because that would have been terrifying. But, it only, like, I was wearing thick sneakers, so when I did step on it and it poked me, I immediately pulled back. But it was hard enough. It got me, like, right in the middle of my foot. Right where the tendon is. It got me right there. So it's like, my injuries are never deep, but they always get me right where it counted. Like, when my cat bit me on my right hand. Thank goodness I'm left-handed. But when she bit me, she didn't bite me deep, but she got me right on the knuckles. Which hurt like hell. So I think I might ditch the front paw injury and keep the back paw injury, because that would give her a little bit of a limp. Because I don't have a full limp, but I don't know. At least none that I've noticed. God, what is up with this lad? Anyway. That would be this foot. Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't get a chance to talk about this. I finally saw the Super Mario Brothers movie. And oh my God. I've got the Bowser brain rot so bad. It is debilitating. I can't go a day, an hour. I can't go an hour without having the song Peaches running through my head. And it doesn't help that it's also just unironically a good song. It's very well played. The lyrics are simple, and the performance, Jack Black's performance, just So yeah, I got brain rot really bad. If you looked up my, I have two Pinterests. I have one for actual research and one for just fandom stuff. Lord Almighty, Christ on a bike, I got that bad brain rot. You just look at through all my recent saves. It's nothing but Bowser fan art. Bowser and the Koopa kids and Junior. I even started watching clips from the old show that's just the Koopa kids because they're a joy. I've only seen the movie twice, but I feel like if my computer could play movies, I would have at least watched it 5 times by now. I'm gonna twist her foot a little bit to show that, because I sit like an idiot. And I'm wondering if it had her paw kind of like curled inward, which is kind of how I sit anyway. Kind of. I thought this was going to be easy. So yeah, while I was gone for the weekend, I watched 3 movies in one day while visiting my sister. We watched Shazam 2: Fury of the Gods, which is really good. I really enjoyed that movie. Then we watched Black Adam, which they liked. I thought was kind of mid. I mean, the best thing about that movie is Dr. Fate, and I know dick about Dr. Fate. Like, this was my first introduction to his character, and I think he was a joy to have on screen, and then they fucking killed him, so it's like, yeah, whatever. He's dead. Well, I guess. And then, we went shopping, had Korean barbecue for dinner, and then we watched the Super Mario Brothers movie. Lord Almighty, that is a damn good movie. I'm so glad we watched it. And then immediately when we got back, we went shopping. We needed grocery shopping for our house before we came back from vacation, and I saw the Super Mario Brothers movie there, and it was like $20, and I said, fuck it, I need this movie. It also doesn't help that I downloaded Peaches on my MP, so now I just listen to it whenever I'm in the car. It's bad. Down bad for Bowser. How do cats actually sit? Hold up. Let me see them legs. Oh, okay. There we go. Shit, now I got it playing through my head and it's taking all of my strength to not start singing. Why'd I talk about Bowser? We don't talk about Bowser. Why, is he a touchy subject? No, he just no, I just really like him. Okay, apparently cats can have hazel eyes, which I didn't know. I thought it was just yellow, green, and blue. Or brown. You know, let's say like... if I type up hazel cat eyes, it's like cat... Hazel eyes. Yeah, cats with hazel eyes. Yeah, it's basically green. What's that, cat burger? But it's all, yeah, it's green with the brown. Which I have hazel eyes, so... I shall give her the hazel. Here we go. For reference. Aren't the British short hairs that one cat from the meme, the heavy breathing? I'm pretty sure that's this cat. Not this picture, but pretty sure it's that specific cat. Does that mean literally this face? This stupid face. There's a reference pose. God dang. Didn't notice the lag was so bad on YouTube streaming until I watched Bitpuffer's stream. What was it, yesterday? Or whatever? And yeah, it was like... It was a fair amount of lag. But also, if you say something like, okay, everyone smile in the chat, then you gotta wait for people to, like, get to their keyboard. It's like, alright, let me activate my keyboard again. Bring up the page and hastily try to find the smile buttons. You know, this one. See, that didn't even work because I wasn't even... Okay, here we go. Yep, there we go. The hell long did that take me? It took me literally 20 seconds to even type that. But it is, if you're on your phone, you can just like hit emoji and then smile. But... Oh! Shit, 3 is something. But it ain't... Okay. It ain't that 3. Alright, we did. We did. Okay. I'm gonna change her color slightly as well. Green. It's a bit of... Well, I don't know what my color is. I know it's hazel, but if every time I look at it, I'm like... Is it though? I really like this brown, because her kitty pet name was Mocha, is what I'm deciding, because I'm a coffee addict. But I'm wondering if that should be her solid color, and then have, like, just cream accents. But then, you know, most British short hairs are, well, at least the ones I'm seeing, are either solid, or have like this specific pattern. But then again, it could be just this one cat. But they're also, you know, they're solid. There's Smoothie, who's a British long hair. You know, I've seen some gray tabbies on here. There's a tortoiseshell short hair. There's a point. There's one that's mixed. So, you know, the cats come in all shapes and sizes and colors and patterns and textures and temperaments, and it's kind of fascinating. Well, we'll see. We'll just block in this dark color, and if I don't like it, we'll change it. So that's what this stream is all about. Just me redesigning old personas for the heck of it. Because why not, yo? Remind me to never say that again. Hey, wondering, do you guys say, not LMFAO, but... Do you say LMAO, or do you just say LMAO? Because I've just started saying LMAO. Or, you know, because no one says LOL, you say LOL. But also, I don't say WTF unless I'm, like, trying to, like, emphasize it. Hey, WT fuck. No, that's not the right brown. Yeah, that's the right brown. Is that the right... Is that the... No, that is definitely not the right brown. That ain't the right brown either. Hold up. We're gonna be here, Bennett. Actually, you know what? Let's just go with the green. Because I know the green is right. And then with my comic style, what I would do is I would... And then have like a lighter color for the pupils. Ayo. Kind of slaps. Low key. What do you think, gang? Should we stick with the yellowy green, or... I kind of fucked with the hazel, though. Kind of like it. I mean, I'm just gonna... make it a little more opaque. There we go. Yeah. 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 So funny. So, last weekend when I realized I started getting sick, I was just like, it wasn't like, oh, I have a sore throat and kind of stuffy today. It was like, I woke up that morning and went, crap. Was literally my exact response in the morning. It's like, crap. This is gonna ruin my whole day. It was like Grace when she got shot in the first Avatar film, which not last week, the other day, finally watched Way of the Water, because it's finally on Disney+. I won't give any spoilers to those who haven't seen it, but god dang, it was actually really good. I enjoyed I enjoyed. Hold up. Are you listening to my stream 20 feet away from me? No, I can just hear it. You can still watch it. It's just kind of funny. My family's watching me. And here's one of them now.
I'm so sorry. I am ashamed.
No. That's, it's fine. But it's just, I overheard it and just went, mother.
I didn't want to come in here and disturb you, and I thought, I didn't know my volume was so loud, because I was just talking to your brother.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I will go listen quietly elsewhere. Thank you.
It's no problem, really. Really, it's no problem. But I overheard it. So I made it a problem. But y'all, like, any of y'all who stream in the chat, y'all can probably concur with me. It is so awkward when you know your parents or your family is watching. Is even though it's like, even if you're not talking about anything innocuous, you're like instantly like, I better watch what I say because mama's listening in. And then you're like, when you talk to your mom, you're like, yeah, whatever, fucking whatever. But like, when you're like, oh, your mom's watching the stream, you're like, oh, not this Christian server, we don't cuss. Then earlier I was talking about the fact that I was kind of down bad for Bowser, but that's just between you and me. Oh man, now I can't make the don't tell my mom jokes because I know she's watching! But I can do the mom click away. Mom don't watch, and then get into whatever rant. But I won't. My mom knows I'm a freak. Okay, it's okay currently, but it's not. No. I thought it was my sister listening, that's why I yelled. But my sister doesn't watch my streams. As much, anyway. She does what I do when I turn on a stream. I like turn it. It's like I tune into a stream and then just have it playing in the background and then go do something else. I'm wondering, should I make her a tabby? Or just like give her some of this, a little bit of these. Scheiße. Okay, I need to put... Okay. So I didn't use that color. Get rid of it. Okay, I'm liking this a little better. She looks more like a mocha. Because here, she barely looked like a latte. And I'm gonna give her some, smudgy shadow some smudge eyeshadow. Because I'm goth. I'm not really goth. I'm lazy goth is how I've heard it described. Very lazy goth. Although, if I got a subscription to Romley, it would be over for y'all. It would be over for y'all. Because, not sponsored by Romley, but oh my god, check out their stuff. That is like the most aesthetic goth shit I've ever seen for the cheapest price ever. And it's taking all of my strength to stay off that website because I'm like, I got bills to pay and I can't, and I just bought like 3 movies. And I'm like... No, I bought 2 movies and a Father's Day gift. Don't forget, everyone, reminder, Father's Day is upon us. Don't forget, Father's Day. Dads are important too. They need love. Just as much love as mothers. You can't have one without the other. Get used to hearing that. Because I don't have coffee this time. And I mean, sure, I could always just make a pot. But coffee's getting really expensive. And I already had a Monster, so, I mean, how much caffeine can I... I'm complaining about, like, oh, if I drink a Monster and coffee, that'd be too much caffeine. While I'm drinking a soda, which has 68 milligrams of coffee in 20 fluid ounces. Wait. Yeah, it's 68 milligrams of caffeine, and I'm like, okay. Double caffeination who? Did it switch? Okay. Oh, apologies. Okay, this might be it. For the redos. Keeping it simple, because I don't know. What was that color? I don't know what I'm gonna really do. Excuse me, with her character. And the fact that she's really not a character, she's just a persona that happens to have like a little bit of backstory because I can't freaking help myself. And I mean, I've had Warriors personas in the past, back on my old YouTube channel, which I have banished to the ether. You can't find it, don't look for it. Where I was actually doing discussion videos about Warriors and whatnot, which I could bring back just to talk about something that used to be and still is a huge part of my life. I mean, I read that book series for so freaking long. And I have a lot of opinions about it and whatnot, but I just haven't gotten into any of it recently because they did the thing with Vision of Shadows, and I thought, that's some bullshit, and then stopped reading because I wasn't going to force myself to read something I don't enjoy. You know, I'm not a hate watcher. No, wait. That needs to, yeah, that stays. So I've kind of left the fandom. But I guess I could reread a few of the old books and then talk about it and say, man, I do not remember these books at all because, wow. Because I remember, here's some discourse. I remember really liking Leafpool's character. I remember liking Leafpaw, Leafpool, the whole shebang, and I thought she and Crowfeather were really cute. And I thought Squirrelflight was a little annoying, but I enjoyed reading Leafpool and whatnot. But then when I started really getting into the YouTube scene of warriors, because Tennille Flowers and Lizard Wizard were really big at the time, and I started listening to their videos. Same with Moon Kitty, which she's still around. Moon Kitty's still around, bless her. And they were just talking about how Blue, Leafpool, Blue Fur, you know, before she was Blue Star, and Yellowfang were all just whiny brats. And that Squirrelflight was actually a good character. And I'm sitting there like, did we read the same book? Because I don't remember any of that. I don't remember her being whiny. For Blue Fur, they were saying that she was being whiny because people were telling her, from her perspective, she was still grieving the death of her mother. Spoilers for a book that's been out 20 plus years. Oh my god, has it been 20 years? Almost 20 years. I don't know when Blue Star's Prophecy came out. I'm not gonna look it up. Anyway, she was upset that people were telling her to you kind of gotta move on with your life. And she's like, my mom died in front of me in a useless battle against another clan, and she was killed by a medicine cat who went unpunished. How am I supposed to not be upset about that? And I think the literal quote in the book was, she's not some thorn in my paw I can just pull out and forget. Because everyone was like, oh yeah, Snowfur's already moved on. It's she got herself a boyfriend in Thistleclaw who was one toxic motherfucker. I can stream about Thistleclaw all I like. And people were like, oh yeah, Blue Star was being so whiny and complaining and having thrown pity party. And I'm sitting there her fucking mom died! Did I misread a line somewhere where it said that it had been 5 years since her mom died and she was still grieving? Because then, yeah, 5 years, you know, that's a little much time to grieve. You'd still be sad, but still, the grieving process lasts, well, it's different for each person, but, you should at least stop crying 3 months in. At, I don't want to say minimum or maximum. Depends on the circumstances. But still, I was did I miss a page somewhere where everyone thought that, she was being whiny and that she was being selfish, and they're saying Yellowfang was being selfish, and I'm okay, I obviously read different books than y'all, and all this, and again, everyone loved Tall Star's Revenge. Everyone loved that book. I hated it. So I'm sitting here am I the only one who thought that book was useless and boring as hell? Or am I the crazy one here? And I made a video talking about Tall Star's Revenge and was saying it was just boring and poor conceived, and it was, interesting to see some of Wind Clan's backstory with like the tunnels and whatnot, which was honestly a really cool bit of world building, but that they immediately got rid of because it wasn't mentioned in the other series, so they kind of had to retcon it. But, the reason why they got rid of it was pretty cool. So, I'll excuse that. But for the rest of it, I'm like, am I missing something here? To rehash what I said in the video, Tallstar, basically, his father dies in a tunneling accident, and he blames another cat who was visiting because he survived and his father didn't. A little petty, but he thinks like that cat was a coward and abandoned his father to die, alone and suffocate in the caves. A very vivid image and whatnot. I'm just trying different patterns. Anyway, so then he spends his whole life being angry and wanting to seek revenge on that cat for years. Years of his life are spent being bitter and wanting revenge against that cat, to the point where he leaves the clans to go hunt him down. And he goes on this road trip quest with Jake for whatever reason, who was Firestar's father. Needless bit of drama there. And then he finally hunts them down we're near the end of the book. There's not even a third of the book left. We're a fourth of the book left. And Tall Tail at the time finally gets that cat cornered, and he's confronting him about his father's death, and he just said, yeah, the cave was collapsing, and I wanted to stay, and your father told me to run, and I did. And he's like, oh. Okay, I won't kill you. And I'm like, what? I'm sorry? That's my right. Okay. Excuse me? That was all it took for you to just a lifetime of planning revenge, and all he had to do was repeat what he said the first time, and you've been dreaming about killing this cat for, like, how old would he be at that? He's young and stupid, so he's at least 3 years old. He spent most of his formative years in young adult life. Like, he's a warrior at this point. He's a full-blown warrior. He's almost made deputy, and he said, I need to go on a soul-searching thing and find this guy and kill him. And then you went on this whole road trip thinking about nothing but killing this cat. And then he just says, your father told me to run, and I did. Excuse me? I'm just, I guess! I'm that meme! I read that and I just went, I guess? Okay. Well, that's it. And then the cats, he comes back, and the other cats that he was traveling with are like, yeah, I tried to kill him and I'm sorry, I was wrong. And the other cats are like, yeah, whatever, we're not gonna visit the clans again. It's getting a little problematic over there. And I'm like, good, you added nothing to the plot. Besides the fact that, it did add a little bit of intrigue that Wind Clan would welcome strange loners into their, into the fold for a little while, because they were visiting and they were old friends. That was kind of interesting. But it also added a weird level because Wind Clan is notoriously very hostile towards the other clans. More hostile than Shadow Clan. I'm gonna put that out there. In the original series, the Forest Territories, there wasn't a scene where Thunder Clan tried to go to the Moonstone, which, is a spiritual journey, so they should have free passage through. to the Moonstone without Wind Clan materializing out of the bushes saying, "Hey, what are you doing in our territory? Yeah, go away." And like the chat's like, "Dude, we're going to the Moonstone." It's like, "Oh yeah, likely story." And I was just like, "Dude, Shadow Clan's more understanding than that. And they're across the Thunder Path." Anyway, Shadow Clan fan here, despite making my main OC from River Clan. Hush. Anyway, still, I have feelings. I have feelings about that book. And then he comes back, and then he's like, "Oh, my place is with the clans." And he's like, "Stay with me, Jade. We're such good friends." And then Jade is like, nah. I'm gonna be a kitty pet for the rest of my life. It was fun hanging out with you. You're a good friend. You know, friend zoned him immediately. Just everyone was shipping Tallstar and Jake. Literally everyone and their dog was shipping Tallstar and Jake. And I'm like, Tall Tail and Jake. And I'm like, okay, where? Where in the text is it even hinted at? Where? Point to page where this relationship is hinted at. Anyway, I made a whole review, and the video's gone by now, but I think I have the essay written somewhere, or I might have archived it, where I said, like, the whole message of the story, for Tallstar's character, would have been a lot more interesting if he had killed that cat, but then later realized he was wrong, and then that helped him become the wise leader that guided Fireheart to Firestar, and, making him being the wise old man that... Because we know him in the main series as this wise old man, but then this book, if they had made him a murderer, would have added an extra depth to his character, because that would have showed, yes, he was young at one point, and he made a grave mistake. He made the worst mistake possible, but he learned from it. And now encourages cats to think clearly and not jump to conclusions. I think that would have been more interesting for Tallstar's character, rather than just like, "My father is dead and it's your fault." Well, he told me to run. Okay, I'm not gonna kill you anymore. Huh? I'm sorry, am I missing something? What really got me mad about this book, that the book being mediocre, whatever. Warriors isn't exactly god tier storytelling, so I'm not mad about that. What I am just baffled by was the fact that literally everyone loved the book, and I seem to be the only one in the boat of, it's not that great. I actually did not like it. So anyway, that was Tallstar's Revenge. And I was like, okay, am I the weird one? Because I loved Blue Star's Prophecy and Yellow Fang's Secret. That's what it was called. And Cricket Star's Promise, even though not a lot happened in that book. But I did like it because it made a lot of references to, oops. That's on the wrong layer. Hold up, I gotta fix that. That's on the wrong layer. I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it. Have you ever seen that video or heard that audio? That's hilarious. I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it. It's like blown to hell and scrap metal on the side of the road. Anyway. Alright. Away from rant time over. That was my Tallstar's Revenge rant. Anyway, yeah, Cricket Star's Promise was really good, but I mostly enjoyed it because it was happening at the same time as Blue Star's Prophecy. So when the stories overlapped, it was like, hey! And then I could read Blue Star's Prophecy and Cricket Star's Promise at the same time, and it like matched up almost perfectly. And I'm like, this is yes. I love a good reference. And it just contextualized everything. Oh, I think I'll do this, actually. Yeah. Imagine it a little bit of an extra cream. Yeah. Ooh, Little Debbie Swiss rolls with the ice cream. Oh man, that is creamy. Dang, I love Little Debbie's. Oh,
You like it?
you don't?
A little underwhelming.
It tastes like the Swiss roll.
It does.
It tastes exactly like the Swiss roll, which is, yeah.
It does have Swiss roll pieces in it.
Mm-hmm. Right, and that cream? God dang.
I was kind of hoping for more cream.
210 calories? That's worth it.
My favorite is still the cookie.
Oh, the oatmeal cookie?
But still.
Okay, oatmeal cookie versus zebra cake.
Oatmeal cookie might win.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. The oatmeal cookie, I don't know what Little Debbie did to their oatmeal cookie.
Now I can really taste it, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta dig into it
At
a little
first,
bit.
I just got like the ice cream, and I was like, it's just chocolate.
Oh, I wanna, yeah. I wanted to design you a persona.
Okay.
Maybe not this stream, but, like, later. It's just so, like, if we have a live stream or video where we're both talking, it's not just Rune popping off for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Find you a cake piece, but
No, that's
take
fine.
me a while.
Can you, find my water bottle?
Sorry,
Or,
I gave myself a break.
actually, can you just give me some water, please? This Dr. Pepper's not quenching that thirst quite right. Anyway, that was my sister. Anyway, yeah, Little Debbie's ice cream is really good. Everyone should try it. The oatmeal cookie ice cream, like the oatmeal cookie flavor, slaps. It slaps hard. And I'm not really a fan of the Swiss rolls. I mean, if I had to choose a Little Debbie's something, it would either be like a zebra cake or a cosmic brownie. But the cosmic brownie ice cream is very underwhelming. It's kind of disappointing. Like, compared to the actual brownie, it's not as good. But that Swiss roll, that tasted exactly like the Swiss roll. So that's good. The oatmeal cookie, though, tastes 1,000 times better than the original oatmeal cookie, and I don't know what the dealio is. I think it's the marshmallow cream. It's gotta be. That adds in with the vanilla.
Yeah. It's really good, though.
And then they got the bits of the oatmeal cookie in there, which add like a little extra chew.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Jeff, I heard me guzzling. I'm very stuffy. You know, hold on a second. I'm gonna mute real quick. I'm gonna find the mute button on my mic. Okay, I'm gonna mute real quick and blow my nose. You know, a while ago, my brother got me something, and he's like, "You're gonna love it and hate it." I'm like, "Why would you give me something I hate?" He's like, "'Cause it's funny." So he hands me this. A pumpkin pumpkin cupcake scented hand sanitizer. Because he knows I love pumpkin, but I hate hand sanitizer because it always makes my hands feel dry. But this time, the little, the pocket backs with antibacterial hand gel with natural essential oils. So I can lather it up with this stuff and, you know, not get dry hands, which I really like. What?
You're stuck on coffee. You're welcome.
Thank you. Can you just put that in the chat so I can make you a mod or something?
Oh, okay, I guess so. I didn't have it on my phone, so.
Oh.
Anyway.
Can I make someone a mod? Like, can I? Whoop, hold up. I'm gonna check something real quick. Go to channel, pin, remove. No, that's just myself. How do you make someone a mod? On the YouTubes. Anyway. But, yeah, this stuff is really good. Always keep some hand sanitizer on your desk. Because you're gonna be eating. You shouldn't really eat at your computer desk, but nothing. That's not. Don't stop me now. You're gonna be eating. You're gonna be drinking. You're gonna have to blow your nose or something. Or you're like, have to come back quick from the bathroom. And you're like, oh, I forgot to wash my hands. Here's some hand sanitizer. Boop-de-doop. There we go. Now I can get back to it. You can. Back to the game. Also, I think because I was sick for so long, and also had the Mario Brothers brain rot, my ADHD has skyrocketed. And also doesn't help, I listened to a bunch of Game Grumps clips this morning because, oh my god, Aaron's comedic timing is just god tier. And then we just boop and boop. That's the wrong layer. I'm gonna select this, put that down over here. And this is her base redesign. That's one down. Okay, as long as I remember, she's got the sweet. But her head is 3. Well, yeah, technically 3. There we go. But one thing I will agree with on most of the Warrior Cats commentators is that the Yellowfang, when she was alive, best cat, best character, best medicine cat, best character. When she died and went to StarClan, they fucked her character. They ruined Yellowfang's character. And Spotted Leaf, I'm gonna go into rant again. I'm gonna activate rant rune. I'm at odds with most of the Warriors fandom, but there are some things where I'm like, yeah. I mean, when I was reading Yellowfang, I mean, she was my favorite character, so when she would show up, I would go, Yellowfang! And then not really pay attention to all the toxic bullshit she was doing. But then, when the Ashfur thing happened, and he's, like, in Starkland, and Jay Feather's, like, sees Ashfur walk by, and he goes, motherfuck, what's he doing here? And Yellowfang's like, no one can blame him for loving the cat too much. And I'm like, loving the cat too much? Excuse me? He threatened triple homicide. Just because he was pissed at Squirrelflight. And is it actually canon that he worked with Ashfur to get, you know, not Ashfur. He's Ashfur. Isn't it canon that Ashfur worked with Hawkfrost to try to kill Firestar? Is that canon? Because if it is, Dark Forest. He really should have been in the Dark Forest. And from what I've heard from the most recent series with Ashfur doing the Codebreaker shit while possessing Bramblestar's body, and I'm like, called it! Fucking called it! Should have been in the Dark Forest from the very beginning, because then his bitch ass would have been killed in the final battle, but then they wouldn't have anything to do. But here's the thing, I was really fucking hoping that the imposter, I hate saying that word now because of the internet, I hate you, I was really hoping that the imposter that was mentioned in the series after Vision of Shadows, I wasn't paying attention, but I was listening to the fandom scream about it, I was really hoping it was going to be Thistleclaw, because Thistleclaw didn't actually die, and he was a loose end, and I thought, yeah, now they have to deal with not dealing with all the Dark Forest cats. But no, it was Ashfur, and I'm like, oh, frickin', I thought he was done. They sent him to StarClan for asinine reasons. I thought this was over! But no, he had to come back and be a dumbass villain. They're like, oh, we must punish all Codebreakers and whatnot. I'm like, where did this come from? Where in the hell did this come from? Please, someone point that out to me where there was foreshadowing about Ashfur hating Codebreakers. I mean, sure, you can technically say where he, like, threatened to reveal the secret of Squirrelflight's kits and whatnot, and the fact that they weren't her kits, but that was just him trying to get under Squirrelflight's skin, because knowing it would ruin her life and her relationship with ThunderClan, because he was being a petty asshole. And on the topic of Ashfur, I really liked Hollyleaf's character, until the fandom was like, oh, Hollyleaf, she's so boring, she was so one-dimensional, and then, you know, she was so thumping on the warrior code, and then she killed Ashfur because he was gonna reveal the secret, and then she revealed it anyway. What? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And then she threatened to kill, you know, Leafpool, and then it just doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, okay, first of all, she didn't kill Ashfur because he was gonna reveal the secret. Although, maybe that was one reason. She was gonna kill Ashfur because fuck that guy. He threatened to kill her and her siblings and threatened to ruin her life. And he was gonna get away with it. She was pissed at him. And then she attacked him, and then Brambleclaw apparently saw the whole thing and said, oh, it was an accident, he fell, and she tried to help him out. I'm like, was that the real thing, or did she actually kill that motherfucker? And then Brambleclaw was just covering for her because he still felt that paternal instinct towards her. Now, if that's the case, adorable. Brambleclaw needs some positive character development. Positive character development, because what happened in Bramblestar Storm and Squirrelflight something or another, What was her super edition called? It was Scroll Flight something or another. No, that wasn't Leaf Pool's Wish. She got a super edition, not a novella, which I was so pissed at. Yeah, Crowfeather got a super edition and not Black Star. Black Star got a novella. I'm like, excuse me? No, Crowfeather getting a novella, because it was called Crowfeather's Trial, because he had to deal with the he also had to deal with the fallout of him realizing that he not only had kits in another clan, he had kits with another clan's medicine cat, which was a double no-no, and then attempted to run away just to be with her, which, honestly, same. But, really, that I'm so flabbergasted. That would warrant a super edition, not a novella? You gave Tiger Star a novella of how he took over Shadow Clan. That was a novella, not a super edition. And now you're gonna give Black Star the honest to God most complex and underrated character in all of Warriors, aside from Thrushpelt, because we love that boy, a novella? While you gave Crowfeather a super edition? Not an audition, edition? Excuse me? Aaron Hunter? Excuse me, Hunters? The Aarons? The Aaron Council, which doesn't even read their own books because there's so many inconsistencies, and why is it so damn hot in here? Excuse me a second, I need to... put it under. Installing some cardboard into my window because it's just letting all the heat in because it's really hot in here for some reason. But then again, I am wearing black on black. All the leaders should have gotten super editions. Exactly! Blue Star got it. Cricket Star got it. Bramble Star had a super edition. Bramble Star Storm, which honestly I think, Bramble Star Storm, with the story they were trying to tell and whatnot, if they had condensed it into a novella, I think it would have been very rushed. Because in Bramble Star Storm, it was a literal storm where literally a hurricane hit the clans. And it was them trying to deal with it after the battle. That was interesting, although I didn't like how they added a whole subplot of Bramble Star being almost in love with this other cat. But then she was saying, you should be with Squirrelflight because she's your mate and you obviously love her. And I'm like, does he though? But Bramble Star Storm, not only did they do that whole bit where he's like, oh, I got a crush on this girl while I'm married. It's like, bro, you're having an affair? Excuse me? And then she says, oh, then it reveals that Yellowfang, my girl, my one and only, my first love in Warriors, aside from second to Blue Star, lied to Squirrelflight's face about her being sterile just so she could take on Leaf Pool's kids? Huh? Excuse me? Pardon? You what? That is unacceptable. This is some hot garbage. So anyway, I have a lot of problems with the Warriors. I like the first, 3 series. I like the first 3 for the most part. I don't know, is that too much? I'm gonna leave the rant one up there because I'm gonna be on this for a while. Anyway, no, actually. I have a lot of problems with the Warriors fandom. And, you know, the Warriors fandom and I do not get along. The Warrior Butch and I don't get along for the most part. But I do love the original series. And, you know, I do like the book. So I'm not going to leave the Warriors fandom. I'm not going to leave the Warriors fandom. It hasn't done anything problematic so far. To the great extent that a few other fandoms have. That shall go unnamed. Vending machine. But if you want to know my Warrior story, I didn't rewrite the series, although I'm tempted to do it, but HarperCollins is really picky about their copyright, so I probably won't even touch it. I won't touch it, because ew, copyright. I have a Warriors comic, a Warriors-inspired comic called The Path to Brighter Stars on DeviantArt. Link in the description for DeviantArt, where it is under the Path to Brighter Stars story folder. You can read. It's at page 94 so far. Page 95 is going up tomorrow. And I'm going to say this now for future reference. The comic, my Path to Brighter Stars comic is going on hiatus soon. Like, next month. The 6th of July is when the comic will officially go on hiatus. For I don't know how long. Fuck. Well, whatever. I'm done. We are done with Mudsplash. So we shall save. We shall save as a PNG. Thank you very much. You know, I'll just save over that. Replace. Done. One down. 100 to go. Now we have this character. Switching gears to Star Dragons? Question mark? We may not stay here for very long because I designed this character a long time ago. Long before time had a name. There was the first Spinjitzu master. Anyway, I designed her a long while ago. She's a Star Dragons Sona that is a hybrid because Star Dragons went open species. So you can make hybrids now and have as many as you want, which thank God for that development. Needed that to happen. And so I first designed her as like a Weaver Shooter hybrid. And I like the design, like I like the colors. And I like most of the design, but I just have not drawn her. And when I did draw her, it was just not really jiving with me. She was like her own character. So I'm currently working on a redesign. She's no longer a Star Weaver Star Shooter hybrid. She's a Star Shooter Star Eater hybrid. Star Shooter Saber. Because she's got the fangs and the shorter ears. Okay, I'm good. Hey, man, I'm gonna get a drink, man. I was yelling, and I still semi have a sore throat, so. That wasn't as loud as I wanted it to be. Oh well. Anyway. I keep taking off my glove whenever I don't do something. It's so annoying. Anyway. So I'm just gonna work on her for a little bit. It took me forever to get her hips right. Hips and chest. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep most of her design. I decided to get rid of her tail spikes because she's no longer a... No, that wouldn't make sense. Since she's no longer a weaver, she doesn't have the fluffy ears, which I really like, but and she doesn't have this situation going on, the sleeve. She's mostly shooter in the way that she's got spikes on her tail and crystals around the edge with the gems in her ears. But she's still mostly shooter inspired, but since she's more saber shooter, she's got shorter ears, bigger fangs, and a thinner tail. And the claw fingers, which I really like that design. And I couldn't decide on either crafter or eater. I was thinking about Dasher, but then, you know, there's the floating one, and I really didn't want to add any of the Dasher features. It was mostly the most of the features I really liked were the shooter features, which is funny because I used to hate star shooters. But now it's not that they're my favorite. I still like the crafters. I think they're actually my favorite. No, actually robbers. Star robbers are my favorite, the undead ones. Especially the vampire subspecies, because they look so cool. And vampires, I mean, come on, vampires. That I'm trying to base her off of me, or at least a little more off of me. And a weaver, being a weaver hybrid doesn't really match like my family and whatnot. Like genetically anyway, because weavers are kind of Asian coded. Not gonna lie. Can manage block burst capability, standard moderator. So let's just say standard. There you go. Talia, danger buff, you are now moderator. I forgot to do that earlier. Anyway. It's funny, I really like the toothy vampire aesthetic that I like to add to most of my sonas, but I don't have abnormally large teeth. I just really like drawing teeth, but given my speech impediment, my teeth might actually be a little big in my mouth because I have a small, it seems like I have a small mouth, but who knows? 3 years of speech therapy did nothing positive for me. Was it 3 or 5? Wait a minute. Was it 3 or 5 years of speech therapy? Huh. 3 to 5 years of speech therapy did nothing for me, as you can tell from listening to my previous streams. And I'm not drunk in any of these streams. I have never done a drunk stream because we don't have alcohol in the house. Dad doesn't like alcohol, and the one alcohol I do have, I have one peach soju, which A, isn't even that strong, and B, I don't want to drink it all immediately. And even if I did do an air quote drunk stream, I'd have nothing to like do. Unless I do like getting over and take a shot every time you fall, in which I will finish the bottle, and then what am I supposed to do then? Bottle's gone. And besides, drunk streams are just a bad idea anyway. They're entertaining to watch, nonetheless, but they're just a bad idea. Especially when you're like, man, I know. It's like, if you do, oh my god, Mario Maker drinking games, oh my god, that is a death wish. So anyway, yeah, if you hear me slurring my words and whatnot and being totally animany, totally zany, I'm not drunk. It's just me. Those are the facts. Speaking of Animaniacs, my mom got me Wacko, one of my favorite childhood movies. She got me Wacko's Wish for my birthday. Did you just? Yeah, I did. I said I would, and then I saw your message and then forgot because I was in the middle of a Warriors rant. So there you go. So that means if someone's in the chat and being obnoxious, you can remove their message and say, "Hey, chill, buddy." But I made you a standard mod. I didn't make you a full-blown whatever the other mod name was. How bad is the lag? Actually, here it's not that bad. Maybe it is a little bit, but I don't care. Now, given Star Dragon lore, her claws and whatnot don't have to match her soul gems. Or whatever they're called. It's been a while since I've been in the world of Star Dragons, despite having like 4. I have a few characters and a mini comic series in mind, but I just haven't gotten around to it because I'm busy with Warriors and Dreamwalkers and a bunch of other stuff. So I like this, and I think I'm okay with the color. Because since she is I still like to stick to Star Dragon lore. If she was just a normal hybrid, even though hybrids are impossible in regular Star Dragon lore, her eye color would match her soul gem color. But since she's half shooter, shooters can have not multicolored gems per se, but their eye color doesn't have to match their soul gem. So she can have different colored eyes, and I'm wondering if I should make her soul gem actually purple and make her eyes teal to show up, because I'm keeping this bit. Hang on, let me mark up what markings are staying and going. Alright, let's see. Okay, this is staying. This is staying, but I'm not sure if it's to this extent. This is staying, but maybe not. Maybe not the colors. That's staying. Maybe not the patterning per se. She's more of a lavender color here. I made her really purple and teal, which honestly, favorite colors, not gonna lie. I think I'll keep her, this is staying, same with the color. This and the color. This is staying so-so on the color. Same with the hair. Well, so-so on the hair color. I covered up my window. I can't see. That sounds like someone's pulled over out there, which is to be expected. We live on a highway. I'll base this color in and see what this looks like. Hello. Man. You missed some shit earlier. I was ranting about the Warrior Cats fandom and how it's gone off the deep end. I don't know what they're currently doing in the stories, but there's a reason why I left and made my own fan comic, because that was some mad shit. I think I got rid of her ponytail and just kept it short, and it's just making her hair short. Again, this is just a little... This isn't a sketch per se, but this is kind of like just a little, let's just block in, what do I use to draw? I use Medibane Paint Pro. Are you okay, Pop? Oh, no, he's just rooting in the blankies. Now here's the time of the oldest tale OC question. Matching or heterochromia? Or big brain time. Shall we mix? And then give her gems a gradient like in the old design? Or should we not? Because this is a huge color palette. Or shall it not match at all? I mean, for most of my my OCs and self-insert characters and personas, you can notice a pattern. All of them either have red or green eyes. There is no in between. I mean, blue, green, purple. I mean, black, but also kind of red. There's a bit of green in their eye. Formerly green, but now hazel and reddish pink. And then, you know, there's Rune, who's got the red eyes. So, who am I to break tradition? Honestly, who am I to break tradition? Should I even stick with the purple? Should I just throw out old concept and start fresh? Because I tried to look up gems that were blue and purple, or like teal and purple, and all of them were fake or fluorite, but it was only that one picture of fluorite. And I'm like, not a huge fan of fluorite, and I blame Steven Universe for that. But then again, it's Star Dragons. They're not actually based on gems. That was just me trying to base her on a gem. And then I tried to look at Alexandrite, which is honestly one of my favorite gemstones, second to Malachite. Which I really love Malachite. You know, I tried to look at Alexandrite, and the purples and the blues aren't as vibrant as what I had here, so I can't say like her claws are Alexandrite. No, let's... Oh. Hello. That's a nice color. But not my colors. No, not hue. Not... Quit. Color. Why are you not... I guess you're just... Burn, brighten, divide, overlay? No. No. No, not add. No, that's... Done. I could go green. And then, like, totally toss out the... I could totally toss out the purple. Because despite having purple in my hair for most of the time, and having a lot of pink and teal OCs, purple is not my favorite color. It's green. So I wonder if I should go green and malachite motif. But if I want malachite, that means I would have to be more of a deeper green, deeper blue-green, and then have this annoying, you know, swirlies and whatnot, because malachite. Or should I keep most of the original colors? And that's just a son of a bitch. You know, it would be funny to give her heterochromia because... Fun fact... I'm a Gemini, and I absolutely hate that the Geminis are kind of been shafted with the, oh, you're the twins, so that means you got the dual personality. It's like, dual personality? It's like, two-faced? I'm gonna double uppercut your chin if you keep up with that shit. So far, the colors are this, maybe this, and maybe this. Which is a fine palette to work with, but then again, I'm not sure with this lavender. Like, should I go green? And then have, like... So I do like the purple line art. Green and purple. Slap. So, like, should I put purple in her hair? Like, the opposite of what Rune is? Because that'd be funny. Give her purple bangs. Because I had purple bangs for a while. I mean, for a bit, I had straight purple hair. Well, purple tinted hair. Because I'm not gonna bleach my hair. That is never gonna happen. But her horns are gonna be this color. That's faux show. And then maybe I can use this color as, oops. It's a bit of a gradient. Oh, that kind of looks bad. Honestly, that kind of looks like mint chocolate chip. I mean, we all know this is peak character design here with the darker arms. Peak character design. Sorry, I had to check. Mm, that is the wrong. There we go. You know what I could do? And yeah, honestly, what we all should do is just block in the values and then choose the colors. Is honestly, that's a bit of artistic advice that everyone gives out. The professionals say, "Oh, block in the values and then choose your colors, and so that they all match." And then, so you like if someone looks at the art piece and they're colorblind, they can still appreciate the tones and whatnot. And I'm just okay, but what are the odds of me running into a colorblind person? But like that's kind of mean to say. I mean, I get why that's solid advice, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm lazy. I don't wanna. So we'll see. We're just gonna ignore the fact that I'm super stuffy still, and that my throat kind of hurts because I've been sick for almost a week, and I'm so damn tired of not getting anything done and not being able to monetize what I'm getting done. So, screw it, we're doing this. Doesn't matter how tired I am, even though I had coffee, a monster, and a soda. Collapsing. Measure my heart rate's up, though. God, that was good. Also had this other character that that they need to get drawn and have an official reference for because they're actually important. But I haven't sketched anything out like pose wise, so that means we're gonna be here for 5 years. Doing like Nah. But I did put them on the thumbnail, so that means I kind of have to draw them at some point. We get there when we get there. I mean, I could draw larynx too. My Little Pony OC, who is a changeling, because I couldn't decide on. Like, okay, to get around having so many frickin' OCs and designs and constantly changing, half of my OCs are actually, my persona is actually a shapeshifter, so that can just give me the excuse to have all these stupid designs everywhere. Okay, I like that. I'm just gonna be switching back and forth. Hold up, am I? Yeah, I'm still here, so I can. Yeah, there's nothing spoilery here. Or anything innocuous. I just need a good pose. I need a good pose for, Plague Doctor character. Because you imagine putting a Plague Doctor in this pose. That would not match their character at all. Because most, like, Plague Doctor poses are either just them standing there with their staff, or, something else. This is literally me right now. For every other project I have a drawing idea that I cannot execute. Yeah, it's not fun. Well, yeah. I'm gonna be right back. Alrighty. I'm gonna die trying to figure out this ref. I mean, I could just enlarge in this and use that as a ref, but this is... I mean, if this is going to be a more titular character that I'm going to be bringing out and whatnot, I need to be able to draw them from different angles and in different poses. And what's really throwing me off is the beak and the freaking hat. Like, I know, to draw the brim of a hat, you gotta figure 8, and then... something like that. And then head. But that's just one angle. That is technically the wrong color, but we're just gonna ignore that. Okay, I'm liking this. I'm looking at it close up and in my little navigator. My computer's really warm. Bangs were lighter in the original design, so I think I can make them a little lighter. Okay, that's cool. Got like a striped tail. Okay, I like that. But the thing with star dragons that's so, like appealing and whatnot, is the fact that all their patterns are so intricate. I think the most plain, normal star dragon I've ever seen still had like 4 colors and like just like a base pattern that honestly I thought were closed for a while, but they're actually they were just stripes to outline the highlights. And I mean, I can show you my star dragons. Okay, I can show the ones I've designed. Like, I designed Adara. She's had a few redesigns. This was one of her old designs. This is her latest design, which I think I'll keep because I'm mostly in my version of the Star Dragon world, they wear clothes and whatnot, so... And then I designed her family. You know, her brother, her mom, and her dad. And she wears, like, this, Where are her clothes, actually? Where your clothes at? Here. I've redesigned it since then, since she's had a redesign, where she wears this cloak. That's dark, and I think she also, yeah, wears like a skirt or something with it, or like a tunic. Or something. I mean the Starflighter here? Because it's supposed to kind of reflect Helgen, her like her patron god and whatnot. Because in Star Dragon lore. There's the family, and I designed Viezda, which is a half-breed character. And she is kind of a mix between Adara and another character, who is her father. And yeah, I wanted her design to be a little more, a little more. Because in her lore, she is the first Star Dragon in space. And then these two, Rez and Monakea, I adopted. So like, they're original designs. I didn't change much, just kind of how I drew them. Here's Mona Kea's original design, which is a lot more intricate than I thought it was. Because I thought, oh yeah, look at that gradient. But then if you look closely at it, there's like some swirly details in here. And like this black bit like reaches out and kind of splatters. I'm just, okay. So she has swirly bits. And I thought this kind of her design looked very volcanic. And then her white hair just sold it for me. So it's like, you know what? I'm naming her Mona Kea after that one Hawaiian volcano that was erupting and it had a glacier form on top of it while it was active. So I thought, hey, that's funny, you know, design-wise. Anyway. But if you go to, like, the official Star Dragons, well, formerly official Star Dragons DeviantArt page, the designs they have up there are very intricate and pretty. They're eye-grabbing, for sure. No, leading lines. Oh, I could do that. There we go. But maybe a different color. There. Slightly different value, different color too. Light gems or dark gems? You know, her ears got a dark bit. And then that. Oops. Because I'm keeping this aspect of her design, where it's got like a marking and then a outer layer, and then this marking on the back of her ears, because that's Misona. That's Rune's mark. It won't be on her shoulders, just on the back of her ears. But I also kind of like the... I really like the... I like the stripes. Is that too much? Maybe not. I mean, when I draw star dragons, I put them in clothes, so I'm not really too concerned with this bit. As long as it's just like a simple gradient. There we go. Okay, there's her. There's her pattern. Sweet, simple, easy to remember. But now her colors, on the other hand, should be completely different than what we've got. Major Soldier, my favorite green. That green. Not quite. Hold up. Yeah, no, it's not dark enough. Hold up. See, y'all, I was an idiot and merged the color layers and whatnot just so I could, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But I did a thing and I wasn't thinking. So let's see, there's her green. I like just this dark gray. But if her base is no, that's under there. If I turn it around, instead of making her purple with teal hair, what if I make her teal with purple hair? I mean, I'm pale, but I have more of a neutral skin tone, apparently. At least I think it is. I really can't tell, because I try to do all the tests, but every lighting I stand under is, you know, tinted. So that obviously skews the results. If I kept this the dark gray, I'm not sure if that would work. Well, it's more chocolatey. Unless I do this number. I've been streaming for 2 hours. Yeah, my voice is feeling it. What if I made her more pink? Like, the teal could be in between her stripes. It might be a little too complex, but I do like the colors so far. But that's pretty. Maybe if I do some of this. Then the green is really contrasting unless I make it like because I haven't textured the gems yet. that teal matches pretty well. What else did I have on the list here? I had a list of things I wanted to get done during this stream. Which I don't Mud Splash. Working on Vera, which I also had to work on a name. Because I'm gonna rename her. Dot and then sketch the butterfly. Man, I overestimate how much I can get done in a stream. Every time. So I always underestimate how long things take. Because I can't judge time very well. It's a number thing. Not good at it. Unless I just make her gray. This pink and blue came from the claws. This is her hair. That's her markings. That's the horns. This purple back here was the cloud thing from the weaver side. I kind of like this too. And then suddenly I'm not sure about the hair. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Remember my claws? I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea. But I'm happy with the design. I can tweak the colors later, but okay. Before I call it quits for lunch, I'm gonna try and get some sort of of sketch done for the dock here. Because they're still in concept phase. So what their personality is, I'm not quite sure yet. And I really want to talk about it. You know, like the concept. But I'm not sure. Like, it's kind of a spoiler, but it's not really for a story or anything. Well, I mean, I plan on making Rune a bunch of creepypastas for Rune because I need to practice on my writing. That isn't just scripts for fan fiction and whatnot. Alright, that's the beak facing forward, so it's actually... Oh, okay, it's a lot... yeah. And then, okay, there's that bit on the underside. Okay. Now, I know the real historical plague doctors didn't look like this, but this is just a cool aesthetic look. That it's really hard to differentiate from the old ways. But, you know, there's a video that I want to start working on, but I kind of need... I need this character's design for that video, so I just wanted to see if I can work on it. But it's one of those things where I can't really do concept art on stream because it takes a lot of focus. At least for me it does. And it's really hard to stream when you're just going back and forth. Like, for me it is. Wait, if that's your full head, does that mean the hat is sitting here? I still have trouble drawing hoods, so... You didn't expect me to draw a hat. And then again, no one's expecting me to draw a hat. That's what I'm expecting of myself. And then again, the expectations for myself are often a lot higher or lower for other people. I mean, I think that works in sketch, but if I were to like clean up and try to do the line art, it would look a little weird. So for now, this works. Okay, so I got like the idea of the front view down. There, because that's the actual colors. Wait, that's their waist, grundle, legs, knee, leg, foot. Okay. Yeah. Something like that. And then they have these, I drew them in concept with these vials and whatever on them. But I'm not sure about them anymore, since they might appear in videos. So what am I going to be willing to redraw every time? Okay. I'm gonna say that without spoiling it. I'm sorry, didn't mean to bump the mic. Rune's motif is butterflies. This character's motif is moths. Or at least they have moths flying around them sometimes. Which is kind of funny if you know the history of the superstition regarding moths. Especially also considering that this is a freaking plague doctor. In air quotes, plague doctor. So if you know about the superstition and whatnot, big hint towards the character. But for right now, man, I might get a cough drop and take a nap. God dang, I am tired. Yeah, 2 hours, 20 minutes. Yeah, this is fine. We can stop the stream here. We did get a lot done. Let me pull up Mudsplash's ref because that actually took a lot longer than I thought it would. Well, I did pause to rant. So we got Mudsplash done. I'm gonna update her toy house as soon as I'm done. As soon as we were at end stream. We got the base pattern for Vera, name pending, done. And I'm getting, like, I got a concept sketch. I mean, it's just a basic sketch, but it's like a front view sketch done of the Plague Doctor character. And we did talk a lot. So, not a total waste. I'll get everything probably officially done away from stream. Blah-de blah blah. Whether you watch live or after the fact, either way, I love you. Oh, thank you for watching, whether it be live or after the fact. Either way, I love you. Thank you all so much for watching, like I just said. And I will see you maybe Wednesday, but don't hold me to it. This cold is really kicking my ass. Bye.